I'm going to show you today how XRP is going to vanish from platforms overnight. During this bull run, a tremendous quantity of capital is prepared to join the market. Most of you won't behave appropriately when it occurs, so please pay attention. It makes me happy that you won't take advantage of what's likely to happen here, because you know that if you're prepared and do things right, you could make a ton of money. Rapidly increasing in value to 10 times the current price of XRP. All people are investing in software and technology, which is driving real GDP growth in the US right now. We must first address a matter of paramount importance. For that reason, this step is crucial for you. What companies are investing in, where the money is going, and how the U.S. economy is progressing are all shown by it. Additionally, you will observe that the current situation is quite similar to the dot-com bubble of 1999. Spending did reach record highs during the bubble, but it burst swiftly, causing the U.S. economy to grow at a negative rate states. For the time being, this is our situation. We are still in the early stages of this growth, as you can see. Like in the years leading up to 1999 bubble, I anticipate a significant increase in spending. Getting the timing of this right is crucial for numerous reasons. An accident is going to occur. Money will be printed by the Federal Reserve. Inflation reaching dangerous levels while unemployment remains low will prompt the government to start tightening its monetary policy. If you sell too soon in response to a negative reaction, you will incur significant losses. Then there's the panic when prices rise, which leads to a market crash. Many individuals suffered financial losses due to the dot-com crash. I think it will be even better this time, even though around 80% of buyers lost all of their money during that time. Nearly all cryptocurrency investors saw a loss during the last bull run. In my opinion, the XRP's performance during this run will be very similar to its performance during that run. You should be on the lookout for the following warning signs, red flags and green flags right now, just in case you weren't aware. As I mentioned before, I anticipate a supply shock on platforms in the near future. Not long ago, XRP experienced the same thing. The XRP stock price took a tumble in November. Naturally, this was brought about by the influx of traffic following the rate spikes and the enthusiasm surrounding a newly elected government that backed cryptocurrencies. In my opinion, by the year's end, not much will have changed. I will provide an explanation for that shortly. However, before I go into that, I'd like to discuss the rate of change in number and price according to the data we have. So XRP is now worth close to 278 at the moment. On the market, it is worth approximately 166 billion. Additionally, we require approximately 10 to 15 billion daily to implement a supply shock. Naturally, this will result in a substantial 10 to 20% gain. Depending on the opportunity we seize, an additional 15 to 25 billion would be required for a major shock. Possible 20% to 50% increase is the result of this. What we're witnessing, though, is a severe shock. 50 billion XRP worth of trades across the board in a single day. In a moment, I would like to demonstrate something. The point I was trying to make was that November did in fact bring a major surprise. In only one day, a 51 billion was spent. This allowed the price of XRP to rise from approximately 47 to nearly 345, as you can see. This occurred because there was a severe shortage of XRP on the platforms. Because of the high demand, it went for much more than its actual value when it was sold. The reason this required is that the amount of 50 billion has grown significantly from 48 to this point, $345. By the way, what is this? About 8 times acceleration due to a change in supply. It didn't take long at all to complete this. It was very easy to meet the conditions that allowed that supply shock to occur, as I previously mentioned. More money is available to trade in the markets now that interest rates have been cut and new money has been created. The rules were murky, so investors were left to wonder what would happen next as prices skyrocketed a few months with the rate cuts. A few things are different this time, so I think we'll have a lot better year. And to begin with, rate cuts are currently underway. I think that's awesome. More capital needs to enter the market, so we must see that. Meanwhile, tech companies are currently spending record amounts of money and expanding their businesses at phenomenal rates. This has significant bearing on the value of cryptocurrency and is thus again highly relevant to the crypto industry. You can also adopt through a formal organization. Because of this, large treasury companies and exchange-traded funds are now involved with XRP. As an example, many on-ramps, on-rampings, and off-rampings agreements are currently in the works. I don't understand the current state of RWA tokenization between VanEck and BlackRock Secure. Lots of other things are happening simultaneously as well. The massive increase in November's supply was accompanied by none of the occurrences I just mentioned. That being said, in my opinion, the following will essentially transpire. Rate cuts will inject liquidity into the markets, institutional demand will increase, and EFEFs will bring in massive volumes all at once, essentially creating a snowball effect. This in turn will lead to what I believe could be even more than 50 billion in a day's time. Grok now claims that, according to historical data, this could easily cause XRP to rise above a 10 per coin. We already know that banks are adding XRP to their services, but according to Grok, widespread usage is required. This could involve ISO integration or something else entirely. So everyone back home should give this some thought, because there's a chance I think is very likely that this will happen. Based on historical examples and current developments, I estimate a 75% to 85% probability that this will occur. XRP's value could increase with an 85% probability. During the course of the next 5 months or so, it appears to be a really simple wagger. Many individuals have already invested in those stocks. I am thus unaware of many others who possess comparable abilities. The market valuations of these companies must be in the trillions correct. If there is sufficient demand, the value of XRP can increase in as little as 3 months, as is already known. November, December, and January were the months when it was proven. It will soon be that time of year when the capital returns once again. So the same is what we're preparing for. The price of a coin increased from 23 cents in 2016 to 3.30 in 2017, as we saw earlier. Even less volume could have driven this, we're sure of it. Then what on earth was this? There were barely a few billion in a day. Isn't that worth considering? Here transactions worth 50 billion are taking place. The supply shock will occur, in my opinion. Well, I'm harnessing this opportunity with the help of my custom-built signal derived from the strategy that has brought me substantial wealth in recent years. You can see that when I come across these bargain purchases, I'm simply taking a small amount off the top when I return. Well, that's pretty much it. I've done this countless times. I see no reason why you wouldn't do the same. By tried, I mean that we gave this indicator a go some time ago. You would earn 4 times as much money trading XRP using my approach, as demonstrated by 5 months of trading history using this indicator. It's available to you all. Using it is a breeze. If you stick around in my Discord and watch the videos I send you about how to use this signal, everything will change for you. My perspective shifted. Many individuals rely on it on a daily basis, and it has truly transformed their lives. You can change your life and make it happen right now. Thus, you are without justification. Finding the A-nasers is as easy as looking straight ahead of you. The moment you enroll for this, you will be able to begin trading tool. So simple. Borrowed funds could also be used for trading. Instantaneous trading was your only option. You name it, this sign could go anywhere. On occasion, I put it to use for leverage trading, and it always yields good results. Others use it to locate good entry points for spot trading. And it works for them as well. Absolutely. You'll find the link to it down below. Without a doubt, take a look. Crusader signal is activated when someone signs you up. I'll run into you all around town. By the way, if you haven't already, go ahead and join Discord. Below you will find all of those links.